A rundown ancient home with boarded-up windows and ivy-covered walls was in the center of a charming town enveloped in fog. People in the area whispered stories about the strange hermit who lived there, the infamous dollmaker. According to legend, the dollmaker was once a well-known toy manufacturer who created beautiful dolls that delighted kids everywhere. But one stormy night, tragedy struck when his beloved daughter Eliza disappeared for no apparent reason. The dollmaker, consumed by grief and insanity, turned away from society and retreated into his house to focus on a sinister obsession, creating lifelike dolls that were identical to his missing daughter. Fearless individuals who ventured close to the mansion reported hearing spooky murmurs, and some even claimed to have seen the spectral form of a small girl staring out of the attic window. Emily pushed open the creaking door with shaky hands and entered the dimly illuminated foyer. The silence was deafening and the dusty air was heavy. She found herself in a room full of rows upon rows of dolls, each one more eerie than the last, as she meandered through the maze-like hallways. Emily heard a lulling, eerie tune suddenly glide through the atmosphere. She followed the sound and ended herself in front of a stately staircase that led to the attic. She climbed the stairs nervously, her heart thumping her chest. Emily ascended the stairs and found herself in a moonlit room with shelves full of finely crafted dolls lining the walls. And there on a workbench was the figure of an elderly man stooped over his most recent creation, a doll that looked a lot like Eliza. The soulless and haunting eyes of the dollmaker turned to face Emily. "Who dares to intrude upon my domain?" he said, his voice resonating like a phantom whisper throughout the space. Emily, though, was unfazed. "I've come to find the truth," she boldly said. "What happened to Eliza?" The dollmaker's eyes filled with tears as he related the heartbreaking story of his daughter going missing. He talked about how she had died in a horrific accident and his frantic attempts to revive her through his dolls. Emily sympathized with the damaged guy in front of her as she listened. She stretched out and gently put her hand on his shaking shoulder. And thus the dollmaker finally found comfort in Emily's generosity and compassion. They all placed Eliza's memory to rest, and the mansion that had been enveloped in darkness was now illuminated by the light of atonement and forgiveness. Even yet, the story of the dreadful dollmaker was now one of hope and healing rather than dread.